Well, good Friday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. We're just going to give you a few highlights from the Mike McCarthy press conference. Today, of course, the Cowboys are getting ready to get out on the field right now as we speak, and today's focus is going to be red zone. They'll be working on getting their red zone offense as well as their red zone defense together, so they should be able to have some really good takes and stuff. We'll see this afternoon. We'll definitely check in with my man Law Nation. One of the things that was interesting about Mike McCarthy's press conference, he said they've got six things that they are focusing on in each game, and all of these things are great things. They're great things, and you can look at some of the games that the Cowboys have had in the past where you say, yeah, some of these things are missing. It changes winning games. Ball security. That's pretty self-explanatory, of course. You've got to be able to hold on to the ball, and you want to be able to get the ball. Winning the game of takeaways of turnover battle is one of the ways you really win games. I mean, everybody knows that. Your odds go up when you get more takeaways than giving the ball away. Tackling. That's, again, self-explanatory here. Thank you very much, Captain Obvious. When you think about the 2020 season, we got beat not so much by the initial plays, but by the yards after contact, because we were so terrible with our tackling technique. And you looked at it, and our fundamentals were terrible. Terrible. It seemed like guys don't understand that you can use your arms when you tackle. More times than not, people were doing these bowling ball tackles where it's just like you're a rolling bowling ball going down there and you hit the pins and you knock them over and you think you won. That doesn't cut it. You've got to wrap up and take guys down. Blocking. Again, thank you, Captain Obvious. Blocking is very key in the NFL, that you need to open up holes. And again, if we can open up some holes for Zeke Elliott and for Tony Pollard, we'll be more successful. If we're more successful with running the football, we'll be able to get the next thing, which is big plays. Big plays, taking those 3-4 yard gains, turning them into 7, 8, 9, 10 yard plays, or even to the house. Okay, I'm with you on this. Pursuit and finish. Man, again, if you go back to 2020 and you looked at the pursuit angles, it literally drove me crazy. Okay, the first thing you understand about math is the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And see, if you are skeet shooting, you're not shooting at the target. You're shooting where the target's going to be. If you're shooting where the target is, you're going to be behind it every time. And guys would take these banana routes, I call, where it's curved. If the guy is coming outside here like this, you don't run to where he is. You're going to run to the meetup point, because then you can close the distance. We used to do pursuit drills in JMU, as a nose guard. Unfortunately, I had the deepest point, because you're slow. You're just going to head straight for the end zone cone, so that way you'll be there, hopefully, okay? Because we would all go through, and we had our projected points that we would go in our pursuit angles. Okay. The final thing he has is winning pre-snap. Okay, yes. In other words, make sure that you know where the other guy's going to go. You understand where you're supposed to go and so forth. Yeah, and knowing everything that's going on. All of these things are obvious except for what should be number 7, what he truly left off the list. Because any one of these things can hurt a play, okay? You can fumble the ball, but still make yards if you get it back, okay? You could have poor tackling, but, somebody else makes a tackle. You give up a few more yards. You can have some bad blocking, and maybe the quarterback can duck out of the way and still create a touchdown pass. Pursuit angles. Well, maybe your pursuit angle sucks, but somebody else gets them, and winning pre-snap. But there's one thing that he forgot in here, and this worries me. Because this one other thing makes all these other things mean nothing. and that is penalties. Something that bit us in the ass over and over again. Penalties. They need to focus on making sure we minimize the amount of penalties, because you get a penalty, it doesn't matter what you do on all those other ones. You can go ahead and take the ball away, but if you got a penalty, it doesn't matter. You can have a big play. You got a penalty. Takes it off the board. So Mike McCarthy, I love his 6 pieces, but it needs to be a 7th. In other news, Mike McCarthy is definitely lambasting the media about Anthony Brown. He talks about how consistent Anthony Brown is, how good he looks in practice and things, and that he doesn't get any love from the media. He said he's having a heck of a camp. Frankly, to be honest with you, he picked up right where he left off last year. I think he's someone that should get a little bit more love from you guys. Just a suggestion. He's very, very consistent. And, first day of practice on Wednesday, he did get a pick 6. Then he goes on about Dak Prescott. Dak, definitely is improving, he says, from where he was last year. The velocity is there, his arm flexibility. Of course, this time last year, we were finding out he had a dead arm from throwing too much. But he's got increased flexibility with the arm and the elbow, and he's definitely getting confident and definitely moving around. And definitely the extra work that he put in apparently is definitely paying off with the way he is now. His rotation work, using his legs, working with his different arm angles, being able to throw with a lot of power. He's got a lot of velocity on the ball, and it's all beginning to show up really well. And he's also seeming to get a quick repertoire with Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert is real quickly becoming, that guy for the Cowboys. You're definitely hearing a lot about Jalen Tolbert. Tyler Smith. Talks about Tyler Smith a bit. Tyler Smith, of course, they said he's the left side player, as in tackle or guard. He's been playing exclusively right now at guard, but now we know we got Matt Walensko, who's going to be at least day-to-day and is going to miss some time because of his shoulder. Won't require surgery, at least they don't think so right now. But they're trying to build him and get his confidence up, get him ready to go. And, of course, he looks like he's in great shape. I'm not going to lie to you. He's a big man, but he doesn't look like that sloppy big man. He almost has that man body. See, a lot of times, when the guy's young, I remember when I met Connor McGovern, his rookie year when he came to the autograph signing, you could see the baby fat in him. It's like, yeah, he hasn't gotten his man NFL body yet. But Tyler Smith, he looks ready right now. He's got that NFL, I'm going to kick your ass type look right now. Also, too, today is Dak Prescott's 29th birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Dak Prescott. Marquez Bell, safety, undrafted rookie free agent, where the Cowboys have been so good at actually finding guys who are undrafted free agents and actually making them great players. Tony Romo, Drew Pearson, hell, Terrence Steele even just 2 years ago. Marquez Bell is definitely impressing people early. Problem for Marquez Bell is right now Malik Hooker is looking really good. Jaron Kearse is playing fantastic. But, this is one of those things that you can never have enough good players and enough depth. If by chance, and Jabril Cox has actually been playing really, really well, and they're actually really high on Jabril Cox, and of course Micah Parsons. That Micah Parsons is great. Luke Gifford is getting a starting nod, or at least penciled in early on, who's been a special team standout. If by chance we do get low on linebacker, you could actually see Jaron Kearse being a semi-linebacker in the way of kind of Keanu O'Neal when you have a guy like Marquez Bell or Donovan Wilson who can also come in as a safety. So this is where you have guys kind of like a swing tackle. You've got a swing safety linebacker type position here, which is definitely good news. And like I said, you can never have too many safeties. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. will Dak Prescott play in any of the two first preseason games? Probably not, but he's going to be practicing heavily against the Broncos and the Chiefs. So that's where we are with the Mike McCarthy Friday morning there. It was Friday morning in Oxnard, or for me, it's Friday afternoon press conference. And we'll definitely have more a little bit later for you guys. In fact, I'm going to have to bring back the dumbass comment of the day and make it exclusively for Eagle fans, because I read this comment that's just like, man, you Eagle fans are too damn sensitive. You actually care about what I think and I say? It really matters in your life? Seriously? Okay. All right. With that being said, we're going to have my man DMV is going to be here later on today, and we're going to definitely be doing a lot of live streaming this evening and stuff. In fact, I'm going to cook some chicken wings. We might even do a hot wing challenge tonight. But just remember one thing, guys.
You play to win the game. Hello? You play to win the game. You don't play to just play it. That's the great thing about sports. You play to win. And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win. When you start telling me it doesn't matter, then retire. Get out. Because it matters.